Gemini, a powerful chapter is ending and a brand new version of you is ready to emerge. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your July monthly tarot reading. If you're new to this channel, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you for your continued support. If you enjoy these readings, take a quick second to click that subscribe button. It's free, and it means you'll never miss your spiritual guidance. This month is about transformation, clarity, and making choices that align with your future rather than your past. Stick around. Let's see what the cards reveal. Hey there, beautiful Gemini souls. Welcome to your reading for the month of July. Remember that these are general intuitive readings, which means the messages don't always resonate for everyone. So just take what resonates, leave the rest. If nothing's resonating for you, then unfortunately this one isn't your reading. But hopefully the next one will be. Okay, just want to put that out there because sometimes people think that these are, one-to-one readings, and they aren't. They're for a collective, all right? So take what resonates. Now, I have already asked for blessings, so let's just get the cards and we'll dive in. Okay, Gemini. Definitely a lot of water energy here on the table, especially in your main messages. You have the 5 of water, the Ace of water, the 4 of water. That's cups, right? So a lot of emotional energy going on here in the month of July for you. But your overarching energy is this beautiful 4 of fire. And that is a great energy of contentment and prosperity. So the feelings that you're having through all of this water energy, because Cups is the suit of our emotions and our feelings. At least the pervasive energy of the whole month is one of, as I said, celebration, contentment, prosperity, certainly feeling more stability, but wanting to create for yourself some stronger foundations. And that's what you are working toward in this month. So I feel like the theme of your month is about maybe some milestones that you're going to be celebrating, achieving, enjoying. It's going to be about gatherings and meaningful moments with people, and sort of maybe building some memories around that, but people who matter. So, I mean, you have 3 cups in the main messages, and you even have 3 cups in the clarifiers, and they're all right here. Queen, 6, and 2. So I should say 3 and 6 right here. And but interesting that when I look at this 3 of Swords, I see the heart. So I know that there's an emotional attachment there that's associated as well. Okay, so here we are in this month of July, really trying to look at it or face it with a sense of accomplishment and an energy that's surrounding you this month, where it's about your relationships. It's about it could be about work, but it could be the people at work, or the personal growth that you are getting through your work. So this month really encourages you in a way to celebrate also how far you have come, my friends. That's a really, really important thing. Oftentimes we never look at, how far we come. We just look at the road ahead and go, oh, I've got so much more work to get to my goals, or I need to achieve that. I need to achieve that. And we just keep looking forward, forward, forward. And yes, we should be looking forward, but sometimes we should be looking back and saying, wow, I've come a long way. I've built some nice prosperity for myself. I have a nice foundation that I've built. Now you can build higher on the foundation, right? Once you have a foundation built of a house, then you can put the walls up and the roof, etc. But you have to be grateful for the foundation, because without it, you wouldn't have any house. Okay. So I feel like there is good news here in the month of July, in that you are working towards some stability, some love for some of you, maybe some surprise opportunities here for others of you. But I just feel like this is a time where you can celebrate a little bit and feel a little bit, good about what you have done for yourself and your family, and achieved in a way to be able to say, you know what, I'm not in such a bad place. I feel much better about where I am, because look how far I have come. Okay. Now, you start the month with this first week, which is the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. And this is the first place to be able to look back and the first opportunity to be looking back and saying, look how far I've come, because I've struggled, or I've been through struggles, and I'm still standing. Okay. You are definitely feeling very practical in this first week, and you're very focused on your security and your long-term success. Okay, so you're definitely looking forward, but you're also realizing, okay, yeah, I've been through a bit. All right. So, despite any, I want to say, recent challenges, you're starting to build something solid for yourself, starting to build that foundation. And, for some of you, this will relate to your finances. For some of you, it's going to relate to your home life. But for others of you, there's a project that you are working on. And, that project could be at work, or a home project. But I feel like whatever this project is, whatever this goal, this thing that you're trying to achieve, it requires some patience. So this is the reason why you're very grounded in this first week. You're pushing through it for some of you, and you're saying, I know I have to push through this, but we're going to be worth it, because it's all for the long-term goal of stability, the long-term goal of success. Now, for some of you, I feel like somebody's sprucing up their house, getting it ready for a sale. If that's your case, then get the work done, because it's going to be worth it in the long term. All right. You're definitely paying off whatever persistence that you apply to this goal achievement, building this foundation, this prosperity, so that later at the end of the month, or by even, past July, that it can be more about long-term prosperity and some commitment, some contentment and some celebration. All right. So persistence pays off, and this way you can keep investing in your future. And I feel like that is what you're working toward. Okay. So you want that stability, you want that love, you want that opportunity, maybe that surprise opportunity, maybe you want that, persevering through the whatever, the work that needs to be done. So if if you are trying to sell your house, then that would be the celebration, is that you sold it, right? The persevering through it is the sprucing up that you have to do. And then the surprise payoff is, wow, that went faster than I expected. Okay. That's an example. I'm not saying that's everybody's situation. Okay. But that's the energy that you're working through in this month. Okay. The energy of hard work, persevering, building a foundation, you know, you're having a hard time a little bit over it, but then gaining this great feeling as a result of it, with a little, maybe even a little bit of surprise there. But that's all good news, my friends, right? That's good news that we can say, at the end, by the end of the month. Getting into week 2, you have the 5 of Cups. It's clarified by the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Swords. And so this is a very strong week of, I don't want to say necessary sadness, but a little bit of a disappointment or regret. Okay, not necessarily regret, because that's not the right word. It's more disappointment. And so I'm going to go back to the example of, if let's say you're the person who's doing the home decorating project, or you're trying to put your house up for sale, okay? That takes time. So the regret or the disappointment here is, oh my God, I didn't expect that it was going to take me this long to paint the whole thing. Or, wow, I didn't expect this to be as hard as I thought it was going to be. Or, it's it's just, harder work than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So whatever this project is for you, it actually is going to take some focus and some energy, and keeping your eye on the prize and saying, okay, I thought I could do this faster. I thought I could do this easier. I thought I could do this a little bit. It wouldn't take as long, or what have you. And then meanwhile, now you're saying to yourself, when you actually start the work, you go, oh, okay, this is a bigger job than I thought. Okay. So for some of you, this project takes up much more of your time. Now, as I said, house is just one example, but whatever your goal is, once you start to put your head down and say, I'm going to focus on my goal, you go, there's something going on here, and it's going to take a bit more time and effort. Now, let's say, for example, I'm going to go back to the house example again and say, maybe what your disappointment is that you realize, this is going to cost me more than I thought. Okay. So maybe now you realize, oh my God, the expenses are going through the roof in order to, get this thing off the ground and get it all fixed up the way I need to get it fixed up. Okay. Now that's, again, that same example, but again, it can be applied to any area of your life in terms of, now, the work that I need to do in order to build this stability, in order to build my foundation, in order to build my future and have prosperity and build that wonderful environment for yourself as that Queen of Pentacles and the long-term success that you want. It takes work, and it may cost you something somewhere down the line, financially, emotionally, what have you. Okay, so this is your second week where you're starting to realize the extent of, okay, how far am I willing to go here? Okay, so maybe could it just be feelings of sadness or disappointment, right? Because in a way, this week is also about processing your feelings and processing them honestly. Okay. When we take an honest look and we say, okay, I look at this cup and I realize, or this Queen of Cups here, she's looking very intently at that cup. And it's like saying, you know what? I love this cup, but I just realized this cup has a dent in it. How does that make me feel? Okay. Or I love this cup and I want to make this cup so shiny. It's a little dull right now, but I'm going to make it so shiny. Okay. So you want to nurture, you want to be honest, and you need to process your feelings related to this building of the stability, whatever you need to do to build that stability for yourself. And you need to be honest about it. So processing your feelings honestly is interesting. Okay. You are definitely in compassion mode. You need some compassion and some emotional intelligence with that Queen of Cups as well. Okay. And what's really important is to realize this really isn't a setback. Okay. It's an opportunity to sort of release any pain that you've been feeling as a result of this goal or trying to achieve this goal. Okay. Now, for some of you, if this project, this whatever that you're working on it really takes money, okay? Money, like physical money, and more than you realize. My guides are saying that that they want to suggest to you that you shop around, okay? That you get multiple opinions or multiple bids or whatever it is that you need to get multiple, quotes for some of you, okay? So that you avoid any impulse purchases, okay? Now, that can be any which way you want, even if you're not doing anything on a project, okay? Even if your long-term goal is just to have more money in your bank account, then of course you want to avoid all kinds of impulsive purchases, no matter what in the month, all right? So, I feel like you can really build something here for yourself, a beautiful nest, a beautiful whatever, a beautiful environment, that Queen of Earth, perfect environment for yourself, but being able to do that while sticking to your budget. This can apply to any projects, goals that are going on here, okay? They don't have to be home related, remember that, okay? But you could be working on something maybe even digitally, okay? So if you're working on some kind of building website, or maybe you need to buy some hardware and some software in order to launch your business, that's something you want to get multiple quotes on, or look at multiple different sources and understand the value that you're getting for that equipment and that software. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that this digital thing that you're working on, keeping your eye on that prize too, okay, and understanding the long-term value that it can give you and bring to you. All right, now we get into your third week. You have the Ace of Cups, yay, with the Six of Cups, yay, and the Ten of Wands. A beautiful renewal energy arrives for you, okay? And for some of you, it might actually be new love, all right? A new passion, but I feel like something is renewed here. Okay, a renewed feeling, a feeling of healing, a feeling of, okay, I put in some hard work. You're ready to release that now before you can start to fully embrace the beautiful stuff that's coming your way. And I feel like you're saying, I'm not interested in carrying yesterday's weight anymore. Okay. You don't want to carry the old weight into any new opportunity that's now coming your way. So for some of you, this is revealing some new income stream, I feel, okay? But definitely feeling very intuitive with that Ace of Cups too. Your intuition is guiding you, and it's interesting because it's guiding you forward, but hearkening backwards as well with that Six of Cups. It's saying, looking at the past, looking at the future, being able to reconcile them, and being able to release the burden so that the new can come through. Okay? Release the hard work so that you can revel in the enjoyment of the working toward the milestone, okay? Or the gathering, or the enjoyment of the party that you're going to have, okay? Because don't forget, this could be about celebrations for you. So the celebration could be, hey, you achieved the milestone of your project, your goal, your family. Something happened in the family that there's a celebration, okay? Um, for some of you, this could be your side hustle. Even, for others of you, something as small as a garage sale, I feel like. Okay. So, and that brings a little bit of ease of your money concerns. Okay. So, yeah, so something new there with that Ace of Cups, which is very fulfilling, starts to feel so much lighter. And I would say, yeah, this ten of wands, I'm also getting a bit of feeling of, okay, you have like a bit of a short trip or short something you need to make. You got to carry those wands just a little bit of distance there to that castle. So some kind of I want to say a short trip there that um either if you are going to a celebration, that short trip is, you have to do a little, I don't know, road trip to get to the location of it. um Maybe you have to rent a car and just kind of hit the trails, some of you. Okay, because that's your little mini goal, is to say, I want to do this little hiking thing, all right. And I want to, get this little goal of mine off my list, whatever it might be. Okay. Um, if you are taking a little road trip, for some of you, that's the best way to be budget friendly. Okay, as opposed to flying, which can be a bit expensive these days due to the price of gas. All right, get into week 4. 4 of Cups, clarified by the Empress and the Knight of Wands. Definitely finding yourself reconsidering some opportunities that maybe you've previously overlooked, is what I'm feeling here. Okay. The Empress is a card of growth and abundance. Okay. And the Knight of Wands says, that growth and abundance, I need to move. I need to move forward, and I need to be excited about it. And I need to get out of my comfort zone. And I need to see something in a different way, so that I'm not just going through the routine of something. Okay. 4 of Cups for me sometimes is a card of just saying, okay, well, this is, same day, different, or sorry, same thing, different day. You know what I mean? And you are looking to have a little bit more than, same thing, different day, right? Um, same life, different day. Okay. I feel like you're looking for something a bit exciting more by the end of the month. Um, and something is a bit more meaningful. So, hence the reason why this celebration becomes more important, or this foundation for building the future is more important, and how, and again, take it how it resonates for you, because for some people it's about celebration, and for other people it's about building the foundation. But I would just say that you're willing to give something a chance here, so that you can. Yeah, you're just giving it more of a chance. All right. I would say, when you're looking to get out of your comfort zone with that Knight, um, or when we go out of our comfort zone, it it allows us to stretch and grow in ways that we haven't for a long time. Okay. It allows us to use muscles and things that we haven't done for a long time when we go out of our comfort zone. Okay. So you'll feel like this is helping you to grow, maybe mentally or physically or spiritually. Okay. But you're looking for something much more grounded and so that you can continue to build on this foundation. All right, let's get an additional message from this Watercolors Oracle deck. Can I have a card, please, for Gemini for July? What additional message do you want to give Gemini? Okay, you have the Rebuild Self-Trust card. And I'll read it to you. It says, rebuilding trust in yourself is a journey of rediscovery. With each step, you'll find more confidence and assurance. That's a nice message to end your reading on, my friends. And that's where I'll leave it today. I hope something resonates. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you again very soon. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.